All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. I am concluding the AI sector review looking at SoundHound and Guard Force AI. I would love to look at more. I really can't find very many more, sorry. But hey, if there are any others that caught your eye, please let me know. I'd love to add them to the list, okay? Look, there's obviously a lot going on right here. We're in a bit of a cluster right here with a couple more lines up there. It's actually the same thing that Big Bear was kind of doing too, so I might flash that one on here just in case you didn't watch that video. But hey, before we go any deeper into the technicals, just in case you're new, what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We're going to take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like and subscribe. It does really well with the YouTube algorithms. But hey, even if you don't, just thank you so much for watching these, okay? And look, I'm not perfect. I'm not all-knowing. You know, there's nothing that I have that's going to let me know for sure what tomorrow looks like. So yeah, if your opinions are different than mine, throw them in the comments, all right? I'm not here to hate or bash on anything. And yeah, you very well might be correct and might be helping a bunch of people. So nothing's financial advice. We are simply educated people giving our opinions, right? SoundHound. Okay, look, I very much do not like what I call horizontal clusters of moving averages, okay? I don't like when there's 3, 4, 5 just really tight. And look, these two aren't actually that far from this. You can really argue that we're in one of 5 or for sure in one of 3 right now, right? And 3 is well more than half of our 5. That's some easy math right there, right? So this will do really well if it can get over the 20, but the problem is it's kind of limited to how well it can do. It's not that bad a flip as I actually look at it, right? Because you're basically going from 220 to 260. You're adding 40 cents, right? That's almost 20% right there. And it's actually happening if you look on a nice little red, right? So I really would like this stock at 220. I'll for sure set an alert at 220 right here and then have expectations of like hitting eject at 260. Don't get me wrong, if you break that, that's when I think we'll start using that $3, maybe even a 330 number, right? But I think this is probably going to be a little hard to break, but I really wouldn't like this thing anywhere inside these 3 lines. I really don't, because honestly, anything can happen, right? And actually, immediately, it's not much, but I'll at least call it out. There's definitely a little bit of a trend break, right? So we were hoping that it was that. Clearly, this red one has gone under. Clearly, this red one has actually closed under these 2 moving averages, putting us under all 5 right now, right? That's definitely not a good thing. It would be magnified if we get a confirmation candle tomorrow, right? I can really easily see this coming to like 177. It would be real bad if this thing came to 160 because I think after 160, it's going to be a pretty quick drop there. I'll for sure draw that line at least. But again, I think that 180, 177 basically, oh, look, it looks like 180 is the top of this guy right here too. So, man, you know what? I'm going to draw that. Shit, it's actually almost the top of that guy too. So I'm going to draw that and actually say, I think if you lose that, I don't think this is going to hold very well and you might actually hard fall, right? And I think this one's a little bit easier to see if I don't draw it on next week. So I think this is going to be an important line. But look, again, end of the day, it's about these 3. And right now we're under, right? You can clearly see it. We're under the 3. So actually more to be worried about here. And again, I said I was going to show it. Let me just show it. BBAI. Again, this one has a cluster of all 4 out of 5. Sorry, I almost didn't see the red one up here. But yeah, I don't like clusters of 4. I don't like clusters of 3. It's really better when you're dealing with 2 or 1 line. You know what I mean? So where are we on the weekly here? I mean, not really in a good place, right? We were hoping to break the 20 and maybe work our way up. Definitely a good little, I don't think so, right? If we can come back to I'll even take 206. Honestly, you can see in the box over there, that's 205 is where the line is. Just give me a penny above the line and that would be great. Obviously, it'd be good to close at 210. I don't know if that's asking too much, but yeah, 210 would be pretty nice. So I think there's a little bit more to be worried than be excited about. But again, anything can happen with these 3 lines, and then the other 2 aren't that far from joining the party, right? Which is not actually a good thing. Okay, Guard Force AI. I will be honest with you guys. The volume here sucks. All right. This one looks like the lowest of all of them. So I'm just going to run through them real quick. All right. We just looked at sound. This one was 5 million, give or take. BBAI, what is this guy? This one's 6 million. Even Bullfrog, which is relatively new, that's in the almost 200. That's not a good one by any means either, but it's also better than this guy's less than 100, right? So it's really, really, I always start up here, but I also always say volume is king. And this one doesn't have a lot of volume, and that's not a good thing. That means a couple things. Number one, there's no interest here. Number two, there's no money flowing in here, right? So that's yeah, it's sad. It really is. Where are we? Are we on the all-time lows line? Fuck, we are. Okay. I mean, look, obviously this thing slipped, but didn't really lose it. It's doing its best to oscillate, and actually it's not even oscillating very well. It's kind of struggling to just break the 8, let alone kind of mess with this 509 line. I know the MACD looks like it's going. I know the RSI looks like it's going. End of the day, like, man, get over 905, but even 9, I actually wouldn't even touch this thing until 550. You can see 547 over there is the 20 moving average. Yeah, I would not touch this. I would love to ride 550 to like 7. Holy shit, for sure I would. I'll set that alert immediately. I'll go all the way down. Give me 550. For sure. That's nasty, right? It's basically line to line on a red. Come on, get out of here, right? Maybe get stopped at 7, whatever. I don't need to go to that 780. Shit, I'll take 7 all day. However, I think this is going to kind of move down in the next couple days, and like that's going to eat a little bit of what that profit could be. But yeah, end of the day, I would not touch this until we break that. I think if we break that, maybe we'll see some more volume. Because look, there was definitely some good interest for a minute, right? The line was there were literally candles you can't even see because it was just so insignificantly small. We're at least getting better volume than those days, but this is clearly the back of the line for the AI stocks, right? So hopefully he or she, whatever you want to gender them, whatever it wants to move up if it wants, and it can, and hopefully it does. But end of the day, you got to know where this bad boy lands, right? So this one is, I think, last on the list until something significant happens, and nothing significant will happen until it breaks the 20. So, hey, I appreciate your time so much. Hey, have a great one.